Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Greg and this is all about candles. Let's just get right into it. I have a review for you today from Bath & Body Works. This is Hibiscus Waterfalls. And this is the latest iteration of Hibiscus Waterfalls. It came out for semi-annual sale. This came out in a collection with mahogany rose and velvet amber woods and a couple of other kind of forgettable candles. And I have burned Hibiscus Waterfalls before and quite enjoyed it. The last version that I burned looked like this. I'll put a picture up of it. And it did really well. I would say that the strength and throw was like a 6.5 or a 7. And it was just a really lovely, soft, fresh, bright, slightly floral and watery fragrance experience that I really enjoyed. And it was my first time trying it last year. I hate to say it, but this year's iteration just did not perform the way that I remember it performing in the past. They must have tinkered and trifled with it in some way, unless I was doing something wrong, but I don't know. I've been burning a lot of candles in this life. I'm pretty good about treating my candles right and getting the most out of them, and try as I might, I could hardly get anything out of this one. The scent notes are tropical hibiscus, sweet peach nectar, and fresh waterfall mist. It's got something that's like almost a little bit soapy to it as well. When I think of hibiscus, I think of something pretty subtle and sweet, slightly floral, slightly fruity. Hibiscus isn't really known for having a really strong aroma. There are different types, different varietals of hibiscus, and some of them are stronger than others, but overall, it's not known as having a particularly strong fragrance. And let me tell you, this candle certainly didn't have a particularly strong fragrance either. I mean, the fragrance on its own I actually really quite like, and smelling this candle on cold, I didn't think that it was gonna end up being quite as weak as it was when it was burning. I do get something that's a little bit soapy from this. It's a pretty straightforward, like watery floral, but it doesn't really have a saltiness to it or a brininess to it that you get with a lot of these sort of watery floral herbal candles. This one is much softer, and I couldn't smell this candle. I have to say that this was like a 4 for strength and throw. I mean, it just did not perform very well at all, and I couldn't quite figure out why, and I'm still not sure why. My only conclusion I can draw is that they've trifled with the formula from last year, because last year I really remember liking it and feeling like the candle had a pretty strong presence about it. But even in a small space, I feel like this one was a 4, maybe a 4.5. I tried putting it in a hurricane, but then the wax really started to melt too quickly. It had thick, ropey wicks on it. And once I got to this point, I was just like, this is ridiculous. Why am I burning this candle if it doesn't have any fragrance? So I tried to put it under the heat lamp in my kitchen to see what I could get out of it that way. And once again, not much. I mean, I had to be standing like 2 or 3 feet away from my candle lamp and really like searching for it to be able to detect the fragrance from this at all. So this is kind of a bummer, especially since it was only like $5.75 or whatever for semi-annual sale. So I've got another one sitting in my candle closet right now. I'm not too sure what to do with that. And it's a shame because it's a really lovely fragrance. And listen, I understand that this isn't supposed to be like a powerhouse, slap you in the face type of fragrance. Like hibiscus is a soft, subtle situation. It's supposed to be a soft, watery, floral candle, but I still need to be able to smell it at least a little bit. You know, when I'm not standing 2 feet away from it, going like that, right? Man, what a bummer. And yeah, even under the candle lamp, wasn't getting much out of it. So, bummer. I mean, I probably will give it a try next summer when it comes out in a new iteration and hope that it has better strength and throw, because it really is a fairly lovely fragrance. It's nothing super extraordinary or unique, but it's really lovely. And so I hope that they fix this and re-release it next year in a format that I can smell. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. I really appreciate it. If you could hit me up with a thumbs up, leave a comment on this video. Have you burned this yet? Have you had the same unscented experience? Please let me know in the comments, and please subscribe to my channel. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your dog, and tell your friends that they've got to come to All Aboot Candles to get all of the candle tea. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Take care. Until next time. Bye.